Hello and welcome back to our 13th session of our podcast at Maono Africa Center for Transformation. My name is Miludi Wanjiro and I'm glad because we are doing this once again. I remember we have been doing the GBV series and today we are talking about the GBV series in relation to justice. Do we ever get justice in case we face the GBV injustices? But I'm also honored to have someone from Justice Defenders who's going to answer our questions. And also, I'm accompanied by another lady from Shofko. She's going to tell us about herself. And also, Shofko inamaanisha nini and where we can find them. And also for the Justice Defenders, where can we guys find you? Always remember to follow us, like, comment us on our social media handles, that is Maono Africa, in every other social media handles, and Maono Africa Center for Transformation on our Facebook page. Always comment, like, and share your views. And if you want someone to come to our podcast, recommend them to us. Karibuni sana.
Asante sana.
So, since we have people from Justice Defenders, I understand about gender equality. So we start with the ladies.
Thank you so much, Melody. My name is Celine Nekesa. I'm a mental health advocate working with Shofko. Shofko, she has said to introduce Shofko. Shofko is shining hope for communities. We have branches. We have in Kibera, we have in Mombasa, we have in US. In Dandora, I saw somewhere, Shofko in Dandora. Yeah. And Shofko, we are dealing with many things. We are dealing with mental health, we are dealing with sponsorship. But I will not talk about sponsorship because I am dealing with mental health. Mental health, mental disorders, stress, anything.
So
I'm dealing
I'm
with.
supposed to roast you on this, like in terms of GBV follow-ups.
I can.
You can.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And welcome to our podcast.
Thank you.
We go to the farthest end, to our gentleman in our house.
Hello everyone, I'm James Orino. I'm a paralegal and a legal trainee at Justice Defenders. Basically, Justice Defenders is a non-profitable organization based in the UK. But currently we are in the United States and in Africa, we are in 3 countries, that is Kenya, Uganda and the Gambia. Justice Defenders started in Uganda as a African People's Project. It was started by this amazing man, I call him the father of justice in Africa. His name is Alexander McLean. He is an advocate, or rather a barrister at the UK. If you've watched TED Show, he's been in a number of episodes in TED Show. So basically, Justice Defenders, we were in prisons, but now currently we are outside. We have a community office at the Makadara KCB building behind the Makadara locals. So we are working under 3, let me say, values. That is bravery, humility, and solidarity. And basically what we are doing, if I can say it on a legal perspective, we are defending the defenseless communities. For instance, kuna mtu hapa mtaani ako na kesi kotini and they cannot afford a lawyer. We afford lawyers for free. We do court applications, the submissions and everything from the grassroots until ile wakati sasa tunasema kesi imeisha. And allow me to say that justice is not for you, it's not for me, it's not for her. Justice is for everyone. So when we are actually doing a case for a client, it doesn't matter the outcome. Whether the client is convicted or released, we count it as a success story because justice was served. Yes.
Wow. I don't know what to add on that, but since we are dealing with a GBV series, we want to understand at what point do we get that justice and at what point don't we get that justice. You are a witness, right?
Yeah.
Into the community because you are a champion in mental health. Na nataka kusema pia in GBV because GBV and mental health, they interact.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're passing through GBV, definitely your mental health is not okay, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So at what part do we get to see that having this justice at first, and at the end do I get this justice?
Now you see, if maybe we had a case by the name GBV, watu wengi sana wangekuwa wamefungwa kwa sababu let's take it on this scenario, or we take it at this perspective. You are walking in town, then I snatch a phone from you, and there was a gentleman right in front of you or behind you. I didn't snatch the phone from the gentleman, but I came to you simply because you are a woman. You cannot react. But suddenly, or during the commissioning of the same whatever, it happens that scream and the public inaniangukia. Then najipata nimeshtakiwa maybe na stealing or robbery with violence. You see, this stealing or this robbery with violence, it came as a result of GBV. First of all, GBV mesha apply. Nilikuona kama wewe ni mnyonge, I attacked you. So mostly watu wengi hataichukulia kama GBV, but in real sense ni GBV ilifanyika ndio hii stealing ikatokea ama hii robbery with violence ikatokea. Now that is a physical part of GBV. In physicality tuko na maybe I might hit you. Kunaweza kuwa na assault with the bodily grievous harm, or maybe tuseme tu I attacked you, then according to vile uliandika statement yako police station, it happen the case is robbery with violence. You see, every case has an ingredient that makes it up. For instance, tumekuwa na domestic violence with my wife, so she goes to the police station, alafu anaripoti. When she's reporting the case, sasa ile wanachukua the first report kwa OB. Unajua, let's go back vile tulianza, in real sense hii ni GBV. But so at the police station, inaenda kuturn out kukua something else. Maybe I took a knife, I threatened my wife, I wanted her phone, maybe nilikuwa na suspect she's cheating. You see, one ingredient that makes up robbery with violence is using a dangerous weapon. Another thing is threatening. I threatened, nilimtishia wewe ndakuua, nipatie hiyo simu na niko na kisu kwa mkono. You see, once the statement stipulates that I had a dangerous weapon na nilijaribu kutumia actual violence, immediately ndashtakiwa na kesi ya robbery with violence. But in real sense, hiyo ilikuwa ni gender based violence. So if maybe tungekuwa na GBV kama offense hapa Kenya, initially the main charge ingekuwa GBV, then alternative charge ningechajiwa na robbery with violence. So you see, every time kwa sababu women wanakuwa considered like the weakest gender. Every time mwanamke anakuwa amedhulumiwa, that GBV part of it inakuanga imekuwa, let me say, imekuwa solved once the perpetrator amefikishwa mahali inafaa, maybe police station, then the case goes to maybe to court. But again, we take it in a family perspective. My wife decides that she is going to forgive me. There is something as justice defenders, we advocate for it sana. We call it alternative dispute resolution. You see, the court, the constitution allows the court to apply alternative dispute resolution. That is when now we sit down, or through writing an application, we tell the court we've decided to settle the matters outside the court. So tutapatiwa time to settle matters outside the court. But sasa inafaa tunafika mahali people like you, Shofco ama nyinyi Maono, watu mko kwa community, you make sure that yes, tume apply alternative dispute resolution kotini na ime apply. Now because huyo mwanamke yeye ndiye kwa immediate danger from the husband. One of the conditions maybe kwa hii alternative dispute resolution itakuwa ni yes, nimeamua kumsamehea na namuondolea kesi, lakini niache nikae na watoto, akae na maisha ya, because if we say mwanaume alipatiana maybe excuse ya ama alitumia grounds za alikuwa mlevi, you see, we are not guaranteed hii kesi ikitolewa kotini huyu mtu ataacha kunywa pombe. So pia sisi kama watu tuna fight GBV kwa community, we should advocate for such alternatives. Ndio maana tunaita alternative dispute resolution. We are trying to solve this dispute at the court level. Though sisi kama justice defenders, we are trying so much to solve hizi vitu at the grassroots level. Before ikiwa kwa wazee wa nyumba 10, ikiwa at the chief level, at the police station level. So you see, if it goes beyond the police station level, sasa tunaongelelea mambo ya kotini. But kotini pia utapata prosecutor anasema yeye anafanya kazi yake, hafai kuambiwa kitu ya kufanya. They will demand that the case goes to its conclusion. If it goes to its conclusion and the wife to the perpetrator had witnesses, huyu mtu ni either ataserve a sentence ama atafungwa na option ya maybe a fine, maybe atakuwa he doesn't have the fine, he will have to serve the sentence. But of which ni kitu ingekuwa solved through the alternative dispute resolution. So this GBV it applies everywhere. Ni vile tu sasa as in legally haiko kama offense.
I got you right saying that most of the time we get to generalize it,
yes,
but it's broken down into, we have the physical, we have the emotional, we have the economic one, and which one else?
And the psychological.
And the psychological
yes.
ones. So whenever you're first facing the GBV, you have to identify which one first that is getting into your nerves and is messing you up. Let me go to Nekesa, right? When it comes to psychological, you deal with mental health, so do you think at some point people get that justice of someone is into my mind and that person is messing me up and that person is ruining everything in me? At what point do they get that justice?
Oh, justice. I, as a mental health advocate, I normally call myself a psychologist. I don't think if at some point such people do get justice. But justice inaingililia kwenye mtu tukimuongelesha. Maybe he or she can get justice. But that the bigger justice, hiyo yenyewe inatipeleka kesi yake kotini, watu wanakuja kumsaidia. Naonanga haiko. Kimimi naonanga haiko. Lakini as a mental health advocate, hiyo kuzungumza naye, kumcancel, because I offer counseling, kucancel. Yeah, and we as SEAH, we have a gender office, whereby such people, when wamepitia GBV imewakula sana vile umeisema, we offer a safe place for them in SEAH, a safe place for them. Kama it's a man, anavurugwa na bibi, ama vice versa, we offer a safe place, whereby we can take the person to a room and cancel that person. Rather than ile kesi tampeleka sana beyond yenye tena hadi kwa court. But we as SEAH, hiyo ndo tufike hadi kwa police, hadi kwa court, we normally offer a safe place for that person. Tumpeleke ajireconcile. Because a person mwenye anapitia GBV as a mental health advocate, ni kitu imemkula sana, imemsumbua. Let me come to a young girl, domestic violence. Imemkula sana. Maybe the girl, she is living with wanasemanga baba, mpango wa kando wa mama yake, unanielewa. So the girl the father is abusing the girl. So we as SEAH, we normally take that case to a gender office. Then we cancel the girl. Before we reach to the office, we normally cancel the girl.
So
we give the
first is always the safety
mindset. Counseling is always nice. You can't take a girl to a court when you have GBV straight. The girl will not talk. The girl will not talk because she's traumatized. And then if the girl was being abused by a female, and then the judge is a female, hapo mbele wote ni female, she will just see all of these people are female. I will not talk. I just need counseling first. We offer counseling, then the police will come. If the girl is okay, if the girl is ready to talk. And that counseling will go for, let me say 8 months. 8 months. 8 months.
So it's a session.
It's a session.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, kidogo. I can see James has got some points. Because this is getting interesting.
You see, basically there is a process.
Yeah, good.
She mentioned the process.
Yes.
A case going to the court doesn't mean that kitu imefanyika sahi, then we are going to court. Your process is one of the main processes zenye lazima zifanyike for this case to go to maybe to the court of law. Another thing, pia the magistrates and the judges pale kotini before wafanye kesi na mtoto mwenye maybe amedhulumika, there is something we call voir dire. Voir dire is that process when anafanya something like an interview with the kid, kuona kama she has that mental capability ya kuelewa ni nini anaulizwa. So once the court realizes that the kid is able na anaelewa ni nini anaongelelea, the kid will be allowed to give her testimony hapo kotini. If the court itaonelea huyu mtoto hakuna kitu anajua kabisa lakini alidhulumika, trust you me, the perpetrator anaweza pata kifungo kwa sababu imeonekana kabisa mtoto alidhulumika, lakini mtoto haelewi ni nini alifanywa, kwa sababu there is this piece of paper, I may call it hivyo, kwa mtu haijui kwa sababu anaweza ona sio kitu ya maana, but to me it's very important kwa sababu inafunga mtu sana. We call it post rape care form. Anytime umepata mtoto amedhulumiwa ama mtu ameshtakiwa na kesi ya defilement na wewe uko sure kabisa huyo mtu akufanya hii kesi, you demand for the post care whatever inakuja, it will prove at least daktari alipima mtoto akaona kulikuwa na contact ya the male part ya ule perpetrator ambayo ilifanya nini, ili penetrate ya mtoto. That brings me to something, I don't know if you will mention it later or will mention it now, the sexual part of GBV. You see, SGBV and GBV are interrelated in some way. So pia kwa defilement or rape we have ingredients that makes up that case. Kwa defilement we have something called penetration. That is why I mentioned the post rape care form. It proves that it will prove that actually the female part ya mtoto iliguzwa. And when you have to prove three ingredients for your case ya defilement isimame. You see it's SGBV already, but sasa lazima we prove mtoto kuna identification, the child identifies the perpetrator. That's why I mentioned voyadaya. Tukifanya voyadaya ataulizwa na judge ama prosecutor, sasa mama poa unaendanga church? Mnaambiwa yangu aje church? Tunaambiwa yangu wa Mungu ni mzuri na shetani ni mbaya. Definitely huyo mtu yeye anajua kitu anasema kotini. But when asked such things, then inaonekana mtu yeye ashikanishi, it will definitely mean that they are not, as in hata psychologically they cannot stand that why is this mama at the dock na wafanya kesi. So you see, the first ingredient we say penetration, we say identification, then we prove the age of the child. Unajua at some point unapata msichana ameletwa kotini, watu wanafanya kesi, the accused person amesimama pale, anainua mkono anauliza yuaona huyo msichana wewe ukimwangalia anakaa mtoto, because physically the body is big. But tukirudi kwa age, huyu msichana ako 16 years old. How do we prove that the kid is 16 years old? Through the birth certificate. So we must prove the age, penetration and identification. Haya tunaweza pata yes, penetration ikufanyika. Tukiprove age, she's not a minor, but SGBV ilifanyika. Kitu itabaki hapa ni identification. She can positively identify ule kama the accused person. Kwa Sexual Offences Act tunasemanga you can be charged with a lesser offense apart from ile ulikuwa umeshtakiwa nayo. Initially ulikuwa umeshtakiwa na rape. Let's say defilement, kwa sababu we were assuming ni mtoto. Tukaprove age ni mtu mzima. We will narrow it down to maybe papasa or rape, kwa sababu tumepata huyu ni mtu mzima. If we prove that the penetration never happened, now we are going to charge huyu mtu na papasa. And actually papasa itakufunga. Itakufunga vizuri kabisa.
Papasa, what is it?
Now papasa is when maybe ulimshika mapaja, ulijaribu kumguza matiti, ulijaribu kuguza mashavu without her physical touch, without her consent. Unaona? So tumetoka from the main charge ya defilement because to prove she is not a minor. Tukakuja kwa rape, there was no penetration, but identification ikabaki imesimama. You see, the perpetrator legally huyu msichana amepata justice kama how do I put it, victim wa GBV ama SGBV. But how do we bring it ionekane ilikuwa ni SGBV? That is why I said inter-alia we need the community. Like previously niliona there was I think it was a research ilionyesha Embakasi North GBV yes tuko mbaya sana, so it takes the community
to
recognize
if we are doing something, like we have to up our game.
Ndio hiyo kabisa.
As we are continuing, I know viewers wanna watch, and when we are saying about mtoto, tunamweka mtoto,
Yes.
at what age, ama ni age gani, because we as Maono Africa, we are also doing a program called child domestic work. At what age do we identify huu ni mtoto? Ndio akisimama pale kotini huu ni mtoto, at what age?
Once you are below the age of 18 years, huyo ni mtoto. But the way vifungo zinapeanwa, unaweza pata mtu alifungwa maybe 15 years kwa kesi ya defilement, na kuna yule alifungwa like unapata tu magistrate alimfunga for 30 good years ama 45 years. That is when the minor was like 12, 10 kurudi huku chini, but 15, 17 at least wanakuwa lenient na hiyo sentence. But recently I think the High Court ilisema abolish the minimum sentence for sexual offenses. Minimum meaning wezi ambia mtu ati kwa sababu mtoto alikuwa na miaka 17 na kufunga miaka 4, na initially the maximum sentence ni 30 years. You will have to serve you will have to be sentenced for 30 years. Then you go and do a sentence review or kama uta appeal for the utafanya appeal against the conviction and the sentence. So if the High Court itakusikiza, they will be lenient with you. If they won't listen to you, utapata kuna judge mkali pale sana, maybe ni Madam Lesit, akwambie my friend, hata the magistrate was lenient. Kwa ile 9, I'm adding you 21 more years. So you are going to serve 30 good years. If you do another appeal to another appellate court, wapate waone the previous court ilikuwa sawa kwa sentence yao, they are going to upheld, wanaenda kushikilia ile uamuzi wa ile koti nyingine. So you will end up serving the maximum sentence, kwa sababu actually there are people who are arguing that sexual offenses zifanywe zikuwe kama capital offenses. You see, capital offenses are robbery with violence, murder, crime against humanity, terrorism. So if imagine Sexual Offences Act zimewekwa zikakuwa capital offenses. I think that is on a personal level. Wale watu wanafanya vitu kama defilement and this rape zitaisha. But we are not advocating for that kabisa, kwa sababu we are fighting for justice. And justice is when wewe umenikosea, tukaenda kotini, nikaprove ulinikosea, nikapata justice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have covered the physical, we have covered the psychological, we are left with the economic end. Therefore.
We had the physical, sexual, psychological, and economic.
So we have the social and the economic one.
Yes.
I want
if I may cut you short, yes. You see, kwa psychological, I think you previously uliona kuna hii kesi TikToker wawili, mmoja aliongea mbaya kuhusu mwingine, I don't want to mention the names, wakapelekana kotini. You see, that is where now defamation comes in. Nimekuharibia jina. Mimi nimeona nikasema ule Melody anakuanga hivi na hivi. You see, hii jina iliharibika kwa njia gani? Kuna aibu fulani ilikuja. Psychologically wewe uliumia. You see, the accused person was a male and the complainant was a female. Definitely hiyo ni GBV. But if we don't view it on that perspective, hatutawahi realize GBV ni nini. But if we look at tukiangalia on that perspective, you see our country director for justice defenders, she is called Madam Miriam Washira. Currently she is in Tanzania attending some meeting for the judges and advocates. Like I think if not 6, it's 4 years ago, alikuwa kwa Citizen TV with some host. They were talking about the gender whatever. She was advocating for FIDA back then. Wamefight sana for the female gender hapa, not even in the country, sema tu in the worldwide. You see, there is something this advocate said na it makes sense sana. When we talk about sex, ile sasa ya kuzaliwa, it is the biological one. You are a female, I'm a male. When we come to gender, now gender is vile community na expect wewe utabehave. So if wewe umezaliwa, wewe ni dem, then unataka kubehave kama wewe ni mwanaume, the community will itakuchukulia hivyo. Once the community imekuchukulia hivyo, trust you me, that is another part of GBV. Hafai kukuchukulia hivyo. Kwa sababu gani? Previously tulisikia kulikuwa na vitu kama my dress, my choice. Though kuna dress ni decent, but it's not wanting. Hakuna sio suggestive hivyo. If now someone gets into your personal life as a female, bado inakuwa ni a form of GBV. So if we don't look it na hiyo perspective na kwa undani sana, we will never understand it. Na itazidi tu. Like hiyo statistics zenye zilitoka za Embakasi North, they were wanting sana. Yes. Unakaa chini mpaka unafikiria unaweza enda meeting mahali useme wewe ni Embakasi North, you are like no.
Yes. Now in terms of you being a community champion, and I'm putting it in a way that where you come from, Kibera, where you're doing the community mental health advocacy, right? In terms of social GBV, how would you put it?
Okay, in Kibera, I haven't worked in Kibera that much. I'm working in Mkurukwanjenga. But in terms of social in GBV, I can't say that in Mkurukwanjenga equal. Those people are there. But GBV in Mkurukwanjenga, the area that I've tackled, Aiko Sana, it's 10% due to my research. The gender deep, it's 10%. But in Kibera equal. Kibera GBV equal. It's there. Yeah.
And now that many organizations, for example, SEAH, for example, Maono, for example, Justice Defenders are working together to end this thing called GBV. Is the community really trying hard to fight for themselves?
We as SEAH, we are. We as SEAH, we are. We are trying hard.
That's SEAH.
That's SEAH.
What about the community?
What about the community? That's where the difficult is. Because unajua kwa community, kuna watu wengine wachukuliangi vitu serious. Wanaona tu, if Nekesa ata assault Melody, Nekesa ataenda jail. People are taking that, they're not taking it seriously. Because wanajua, GBV siko tu. Hiyo ni kitu anafanyanga. Tunasikia. Mtoto mdogo kurepiwa. Hiyo ni kitu wamezoea. And then they're just saying, wanaume wamezoea. Yeah, wanawake wamezoea. I can't say the community normally take that thing serious. That's why we need to stress on that GBV. We need to stress it. Because if we reduce it in the community, even in the country, the GBV will reduce. But at some point, if I now take a statistics ratio, in Kibera, it's reducing. Unajua Kibera iko na vijiji mingi. Unapata kama Kibera iko 10%. In a place in Kibera kuna mahali kuitwa Lindi iko 20%. Ukienda mahali kuitwa Sarangombe iko 30%. So unaona, I reduce. But SEAH inajaribu kuitoa. Lakini people in Kibera, they are not that. Yeah, alafu the biggest thing is they don't want to speak about it. They don't. Inatubidi si SEAH working with the chief barazas, kuenda kwa kijiji, kutafuta. Unapata you Melody, you are assaultiwa last year December. Kesi tunaipata leo. The community is not stressing on it. They are not. GBV is there. My friend of mine is a very good footballer. I will not mention the name because of my security. Yeah, he's a good footballer. He used to assault a girl. He used to assault a girl. But on my own thinking, even that's a question. What if we are dating? What if Melody and I are dating? Then at some point, I don't want to date Melody. Then I'll go to my aunt, because my aunt, she is a police, I'll say Melody ameni assault. So that boy was asaya kwa jela because of that thing. Me, the way I know that boy, he used to date that girl because we were dating and amekuja kunitembelea, lakini the girl akamframe. The girl framed the boy, and because the girl auntie ni police, now the boy ameshikwa.
Now, if I may interrupt you, how old is the girl?
I can't say that girl is not a minor. She's a minor.
And she was dating?
Yeah, they were dating.
So that one, we also, I guess, if you correct me wrong, that one you call it, is it intimate person violence, right?
Yes, but
it's more like intimate, but now we get the issue of the age.
The age, yes. You see, how old is the guy?
I'm not sure.
Kama ni mtu mzima, we are not talking anything less than defilement. So I'd rather the lady does not go to court at all, then kijana akuja achiliwe na kitu tunaita last adjournment. Because the complainant atakuwa onekani kotini, the guy will be released from prison. If truly they were dating and them hataki story na the boy, kwa sababu if the lady was not a minor, we could have done an application sisi kama justice defenders to the court seeking alternative dispute resolution between the lady and the guy. Tungefanya application yetu with sufficient grounds za kuonyesha the lady is ready to withdraw the case against the guy because they were dating. But now simply because the lady is a minor, now we are talking about defilement. Itapatia hata the prosecutor atakuwa na jurisdiction kabisa ya kustress na kuonyesha koti ya kwamba jamaa alikuwa anajua huyu ni mtoto. You see hapa Kenya kwa Sexual Offences Act, hata ufanye nini na the lady was a minor, hapo hakuna kuongea, kuna mashtaka ya kujibu.
Okay, now I get you. Hapo hakuna kuongea. I thought Melody, because they were dating, they can favor the boy because they were dating.
There is a judge, I think his name is Chitembwe, Justice Chitembwe. I was ruling on a case and then he said, when she behaves like an adult, she should be treated like an adult. Ilileta controversy mingi kwa sababu, first of all, yes, when you behave like an adult, you should be treated like an adult. Tumekutana na wewe kwa bar, unakunywa pombe, na wewe ni mtoto. I will assume wewe ni mtu mzima.
Yeah, exactly.
At first, ule mtu anauza bar kwa pombe kwa bar, alikuuzia pombe aje. Pia yeye tu assume alijua wewe ni mtu mzima. So, if natumia ground kama hizo kotini na zi make sense, you see, wacha niseme ndakuwa released kwa sababu Chitembwe akitumia hizo words, I think he was ruling against, alikuwa na rule kwa favor ya mtu. Ndiye akatumia words kama hizo. But you see, sahi it doesn't apply kabisa kwa sababu if we will prove the age, but yeye alibehave kama mtu mzima, uko na kesi ya kujibu. If maybe alikuambia mimi niko na ID kwa nyumba, umeinsist na uleta, inakuanga. If you say that to court and the court believes that huyu msichana alikuambia hii ID inakuanga, the court might think otherwise. But the fact remains that huyu ni underage. So, uko na mashtaka ya kujibu. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I feel like we have to get into details. And this discussion because it has a lot of things that are more detailed. And I guess I'll plan for more sessions so that we get to educate people in our community. Ndio mtu asikande tu kwa nyumba, yet you have someone or there is an organization that is helping in justice. And via Maono Africa, we are glad because this podcast has brought Shofko and justice defenders and us kama Maono Africa together, and then we get to work pamoja to end or spearhead the justice of people who have been facing GBV and they do not have a way of coming out of it. In terms of trauma in mental health, we have you also. So you have to come in and help in championing your community.
Exactly.
But before we say goodbye to this session and have another one later, I would like to give you like a minute. You tell us where to find you on your socials, and where you guys are located.
I, Celine Nekesa, working with Shofko. We are in Kibra. You can come to Kibra in a place called Katwekera. It's a Shofko main, a very big school there. You can just come inside there and look for an office called Gender Office. That's where we are dealing more with the GBV. But also our mental health office is there. And if you want to look for me personally, I'm not that person on social media, but you can reach people to Maono, then Maono contacts me, because living on social media kidogo atupatani. And also in Dandora, we have Shofko in Dandora. Yeah, we have Shofko in Dandora. In anywhere, we have Shofko in Kurukwanjenga. We have Shofko in Madare also. If you are in Mombasa, we have Shofko in Mombasa, Kisumu, and also Kakamega. Yeah, thank you.
Justice Defenders, we have a community legal office at the Makadara KCB building. We are based there. Tuko hapo every day from Monday to Friday. There are advocates there, utawapata, watakusaidia vizuri vile inafaa. We don't charge anything. We do everything for free. So kama uko pale nyumbani unawatch podcast ama you are a community paralegal, you are a social worker, na uko na mtu ako na kesi kotini, uko na mtu unajua ako industrial area, wale mko na watu wenyu jela, waambieni watembelee ofisi zetu, waende kwa ofisi za Justice Defenders, watatupata pale. Hapa kwa community, kuja tu pale KCB building, sema ushukishwe kotini, hiyo pande ya nyuma kwa KCB, uliza tu ofisi za Justice Defenders, utaonyeshwa mahali tuko. We give free legal advice, we do free court applications, and basically tuko hapa kwa sababu ya community, kwa sababu tunasema we defend the defenseless communities through legal education, legal training, and legal advocacy. Yes.
I feel like clapping for myself as one from Maono Africa, because I've been able to bring 2 organizations in one podcast session. Na sisi wote tuna benefit from that podcast yenye tumeongea. Like right now, I feel like manze kama hauna justice, you have people who are willing to help for free. Imagine who does things for free. So as Maono, we take these nasema sijui tujikrapia matufanyeze, because I feel so nice and I feel so nice. So keep on following us. Recommend someone to come to our podcast at Mutilation, and also someone that you feel anaweza reach out and connect maybe na someone else who knows someone, because this community is someone who knows someone, and then you get that connection, some connections. So do not forget to like, comment, share, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment kama imekunice, na kama you have a question, imagine we're going to go back to the comment section, leave the comment and get to reply. So I've been your host, Milodi Wanjiro. Till next time, bye.